Hey everybody, and welcome to the NASPA Technology Knowledge Community. I'm the new chair, Jeremiah Baumann. And the reason why I'm putting this video together is basically when I was going to present at NASPA 19, the fire alarm went off and we all had to evacuate the TKC business meeting. And so it happened to be after I left a slide up that said, "What's next for the TKC?" Now, I know that drove a lot of people crazy because we were out of time and couldn't continue. So I wanted to actually give that little bit of a presentation now and just kind of introduce you to my direction that I want to take the TKC and kind of some of the things that you can expect to find in the next coming couple years. So what's next for the TKC? Now, what I said this to kind of give that little bit of edge to make people wonder, I didn't expect everybody to have to clear the room. But what I meant by this is we've come a long way in the past years. We've had great leadership, and we've really basically achieved some of the goals we've set for ourselves. And I think not only is that great and fantastic, but that also has caused a little bit of a dilemma. We really weren't sure what's next, what's the next direction to take, and I think that kind of stalled out some of our progress. So ultimately, what I want to look at is a time to renew. Yes, NASPA TKC 3.0. And the reason why I picked 3.0 is I'm assuming some point in the past we had a 2.0. We just didn't officially call it that. So time to renew, TKC 3.0. And what that means exactly is it's time to renew. It's time to refresh. It's time to look at the TKC, what you, the membership, and the leadership team are getting out of this, and really what you want to get out of this and where we should be moving. So one of the things to show is the foundation. Now, the foundation is a lot of text on a slide. I don't expect you to read it all. You can actually read it on our website, but it's the mission we had from NASPA when we first formed. And so it was looking at what was the charge, what were we supposed to do, what was, our main purpose. Because I think, as I said, we've achieved a lot moving forward, but it's time to go back to the roots. It's time to rebuild the foundation and kind of grow from there. So we have these pillars of the TKC, and hopefully you're familiar with them. If you're not, again, we have this posted on the website. But advocacy, training and education, research, scholarship, and engagement. Really the four main directions and how we want to break apart the TKC in what our charge is to that mission and how we want to support NASPA, other TKC or the other KCs, as well as the general membership. And I want to get back to these pillars. I think we can rebuild the foundation, really have a nice focal point to work from, and make sure that everybody feels like they're connected, everybody feels like they're getting exactly what they want or what they need, and we have a great open dialogue moving forward. So some of the missing items. Now this is specifically looking at the leadership team moving forward. Now, job descriptions are a very basic thing. And over the years, they've kind of gone missing. So I've dug some of those up with the help of past chairs, and I want to revamp them. I want to revamp the leadership team and some of the responsibilities that we have moving forward. Ultimately, I feel like it would be a great idea to have everybody know exactly what those expectations are and how they can help and how they can move forward. The next thing is a manual of operations. So looking at an actual document for us to follow to move forward. Really, when it comes down to looking at how we've transitioned year to year, there have been some gaps, and I want to fix that. I want to have a standardized document that allows the continuous operation of the TKC past my time as chair into the next group, and moving forward, make it as easy as possible so we don't lose anything. So this is looking at our core functionality and how we can actually keep that transition moving, keep things organized, and not lose documents from year to year. The third thing, a strategic plan, having a direction. Now, NASPA is requiring all knowledge communities to have a strategic plan, and I think this is an amazing opportunity for us to actually build out and look forward. We can align ourselves with NASPA's strategic plan, which they just updated, and we can make sure that we are delivering exactly what our expectations are, what the membership deserves, and really what NASPA is looking for us to challenge and take forward. So what do all these people want? What does NASPA want from us? I've already started that dialogue to kind of clarify our mission and make sure that we are providing NASPA exactly what their expectation of us are. What does the membership want? What do all you want? You've clicked that box on your profile that you're part of the technology knowledge community, but what does that mean? What are you getting from this? I want to make sure that we're serving the membership and that you're all benefiting exactly the way that you expect. Another part is the leadership team. Obviously, there's a large donation of time that goes in for the leadership team to make things run smoothly. If you don't feel like you're getting something out of it, it's hard to keep donating that time. Other priorities tend to take that step above, and you kind of start to disconnect. I want to make sure that my leadership team are appreciated, make sure that they know exactly what's expected of them, benefiting through that perfection. The last thing we want to do in innovative knowledge community is to go stale. So I want to make sure all those things are being addressed. And those are some of the challenges that I want to conquer moving forward. I want to tackle these pretty aggressively because I want to make sure that everybody feels like they're really getting exactly what they deserve out of the TKC. So my plan and direction, how am I going to conquer this? How am I going to move forward? Ultimately, getting that foundation rebuilt. Those job descriptions, making sure that we have ourselves in alignment with NASPA's mission for us, the strategic plan, not only because we're required to provide a strategic plan, but because it's a good document and a guiding document for us so we don't lose that purpose. We all feel like we have this mission to move forward with. Ultimately, establishing that transition time because I'm here for 2 years as the chair and somebody else then takes over. I want to make sure it's seamless. I want to make sure it's smooth and that the TKC is able to keep functioning and build up that machine that we work so well together. I want to establish some partnerships with other KCs. There's a lot of opportunities, and I've started some of those conversations already for us to help each other. Technology is integrated through everything. So there's a lot of resources that we can provide as the technology knowledge community, and we can partner and utilize their expertise to tackle a lot of those current issues and dilemmas that are coming up in higher ed, starting with basically accessibility, starting with accountability, starting throw out another kind of A-word assessment. But there's opportunities for us to partner, build up together. It's not something that we have to tackle alone. And last, I want to continue to reach out to you, the members, the paying members of NASPA, and making sure that we're meeting your expectations. I would love to see the TKC grow its membership, but ultimately, my priority right now is making sure you all get exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's professional development, some training opportunities, some larger discussions, I want to reach out to you, and I hope that you actually will reach out back to me, and we can have those discussions, and we can provide you with the tools that you need to do your jobs better than you have been before. Make sure that you're engaged, make sure that you're excited, because ultimately we do this for the students. Ultimately, we're all here for the same goal. We want to make sure our students have an amazing opportunity. We have this great engagement, learning environment we can provide, and a lot of things revolve around technology today. So I want us to come together and make sure that we have that focus, we have that mission to move forward, and everybody's benefiting exactly the way they need to. What can you expect? Yes, I'm going to have to send out some surveys. Please fill them out. I promise I'm going to try and make them short and sweet and to the point. I need that data. I'm an assessment guy. I like that data. That's going to help me understand what your needs are. We're going to have some conversations about what the direction is. As we have to build out the strategic plan, I'm hoping to have great discussions with our leadership team and also with the membership to figure out where we should be looking moving forward. And I want to know your personal requests. What are the things you want to get exactly out of the TKC being a member? What can I do? What can the leadership team provide you with so that you recommend us to your peers and that we can continue to work together and provide those answers? So the plan here was then to have an open discussion with everybody to make sure we could talk about this. Now, obviously, NASPA's over. We've all had to leave LA unless you live there, and you're lucky if you live there. I'm back in deep snow. Luckily, it's starting to melt, though. But I want to have those discussions. So whether you reach out through email, whether you reach out through Twitter, we do have that Facebook group. Let's start the conversation now. Let's figure out how we can rebuild that solid foundation and then basically continue on and do exactly what we need to do for NASPA, for the leadership team, and for all of you. Other than that, that's the quick lowdown. That's exactly what I plan on doing. That's how I plan to lead the TKC and make some amazing changes and build us up for the future. It sounds like a lot, and honestly, it is a lot. But it's one of those things that I'm a strategic guy. I like to have a plan. And so over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be working with the leadership team. We're going to be discussing some of our options, and I'm going to set a plan. We're going to have meetings scheduled out. We're going to have a lot of this stuff down on a calendar, and that way we can make ourselves accountable for deadlines and move forward to build the TKC and continue its success. So again, if you have any questions, you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. My contact information is out on the NASPA TKC page, so please feel free to visit that. Otherwise, it's jbaumann.naspa@gmail.com. I want to hear from you. I want to know what's going on. You can reach me at Twitter at jbaumanntweets, and hopefully we can start the dialogue, start to rebuild and kind of reshape the TKC and create that amazing foundation to continue to innovate, move forward, and ultimately change the lives of our students. Thank you.